Thank you, man. I had a question, man. I have like 30 unreleased songs, like just from like a couple of years ago that I really don't even mess with anymore. They just like I feel like they don't represent me like now. I don't know if I should still put them out or what I should do or like what would you do in that scenario?
It would depend on the quality and how
Hmm.
passionate you are about them. The stuff you've been submitting here has been like really, 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 really good, right? So you could release them. Here's the thing about releasing stuff is if you just are releasing stuff into the like the abyss of DistroKid and Spotify, right?
Hmm.
There's a potential that one of those songs could go, right, and something could just organically pop off. But that would be the equivalent of like this live stream organically ending up on the trending page of YouTube, right? Like, it's possible, but is it probable? Is it gonna happen? Probably not, right? So I think if you have a lot of music, my suggestion would be take the best stuff that you have and package videos around it and really get into a system and in a groove of releasing stuff with a, hey, every time I release a song, we're going to make sure we have an IG 15-second reel. We're going to have a toned in ad for it. We're going to have a boosted Instagram post, a Facebook lookalike audience. And every record then comes out. The first 15 seconds are going to be fire for a YouTube ad, so we could really crush it on a YouTube ads, right? And I would be doing that in a systematic way every single release. And if out of those 30 songs, there's something in there that you could pull and it makes sense to shoot a visual for, then I would do that. But I think just like flooding the market with 30 records just because you have them may be cathartic for you. It may be cool for you, but I don't think it's necessarily going to do anything for you in terms of career, right? It would be
Yeah.
the it's like me going live on Twitch every day. Like, I'm going live on Twitch, but my audience on Twitch is going to be built from my audience other places and pushing people to my Twitch streams. But I'm not going to get discovered if I just go on Twitch every day, right? Because that's just not how that algorithm is set up. The algorithm is set up to put stuff in front of people that's already working. So Spotify is going to service and organically boost stuff that's already getting streams and already has momentum and already has replay value, versus you just flooding the market with a bunch of music. It doesn't make sense unless you're taking those verses and doing covers to popular songs and dropping them as Instagram reels or TikTok reels, right? Because now you're being an early adapter in a platform that not a lot of people are on. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, just putting out a bunch of music in a world that already has a bunch of music isn't necessarily going to do anything for you. It's just going to release it, and maybe you'll feel good about it. But I think those records, those 30 records, are way more valuable in an experience with your super fans. And by super fans, I mean you're trying to build your contact list, right? So everybody at this point, because everything is based on the algorithms. Hear me on this, guys. Because everything is based on the algorithms, you want to have a direct connection to your audience. So what I would do is I would build a super phone list of people. There's also a different one called Blossom that I think I can get you a free month on. And as you're building your Instagram audience, you say, hey guys, I got this new number. I want to stay in touch with you. But tell you what, everybody who messages me here, I'm going to send you 10 unreleased songs, right? And you use those songs to build those more intimate relationships with people. And so they're not necessarily stuff you're putting out for the world. It's stuff you're putting out for the most dedicated people that'll buy something. Or at your point, maybe you're not ready to sell anything. Maybe you literally just need to get them to click into your world and to
Yeah.
engage with you. Or maybe you do sell a t-shirt and say, yo, I'm dropping some shirts, and these shirts are coming with a whole unreleased project of these 10 songs that nobody's ever going to get except these people, right? Now those songs have some kind of value, but it's people choosing to opt in and get something from you that they normally wouldn't get anywhere else. So it's not to say that those songs are wasted, right? It's just to say, how can you best utilize them? I think your energy is going to be way better focused and targeted in making new music and shooting visuals to it. That's where all your energy should be, not figuring out if you should drop all these random songs that are just sitting around. But you can still use those records to build a Superphone contest. Superphone, and I think the other one's called Blossom. And I can get you a free month with Blossom if you want. It's like $30 a month. Just DM me, remind me. I connect you with the homie my buddy who I met kind of runs a portion of it. So now you're getting people to opt in, give you their phone number. Why is that important? Well, because when you have something you need them to look at, it's better to go to them directly than to rely on Instagram to service it to them or rely on YouTube to service it to them, right? You establish that connection, but you really got to treat those people like your homies. Like especially at this level, if you build a couple hundred contacts, those people are going to be way more likely to buy stuff from you. Those people are going to be way more likely to stream, pull up to a live, a premiere on YouTube. So it's all them building intimacy and a connection and an ongoing relationship with those people. And then if you give them the 10 songs or the 20 songs, then you ask them, yo, what do you guys think about these records? And if you start noticing there's a pattern of this one song out of the 30 is the one, and everybody's like, yo, this record, but this record right here, then you go back and release something to it. You got a way to test it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense. I know I just dropped a whole lot out on you, but I would be looking at either Superphone or Shopify. Superphone or Blossom. Superphone will sync cleaner to your Shopify store. And hit up Bartholomew Jones. He'll explain that to you because I just had him do it. I had him start Superphone and he already had a Shopify store. And the way that connects is by and large incredible. It's super clean. So I want you to start thinking of audience connection, because you have depth to your music. It's not like you're a whippersnapper auto-tune rapper. You have depth to your music, so that means you can build an audience. And I want you to start thinking of how can you get people to click into your world and establish connection with you. And that's how those songs can get used.
One of my problems just has been like being more present, like, you know, within social media and whatever, just being more out there and not just, you know, post something and leave. I want to be able to like learn how to engage with my fans and learn how to engage, you know, one-to-one and stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna start working on that stuff.
So Google Blossom and then Google Superphone. That's something you could do like very tangible. And then reach out to Bart and see if he can give you a breakdown of the success he's had syncing Superphone with his Shopify, so that you start thinking of merch and stuff that you can kind of launch into. Because if you launch into music with some type of physical product, you're way likely to be successful in the long term, because now you actually are learning sales and how to sell something instead of just like, again, we're just going to drop something in the universe of music and hope it works. That's just not how you build a career. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop something and we're going to be intentional with advertising that something, and we're also going to have a product people can buy to support you. And if you do that and you find 1,000 super fans, right? Superphone, super fans. You find 1,000 super fans and you get them to give you $100 a year. Now you're living a full-time lifestyle, versus like to make that off of Spotify or off of YouTube, you would need 50,000 fans to support you. You know what I'm saying? But and so so we could talk more about it on our Zoom call Sunday. But hopefully that makes sense.
Awesome, man, dude. Great advice. Great advice. Thank you.
Deleted Ego, ladies and gentlemen. Show extra love. What you could do is go over and cop some merch, man. Politically agnostic shirts, Yeshua's Dream shirts. Pick one up. They're like $22. This is the shirt I'm wearing right now. It's John Keith modeling it. The handsome fella he is. That really does help. Like, it helps us a ton. So if you want to support and partner with us in that way, you can go do that.